I am objectively correct about everything, and today I'm going to give you guys the correct answers to all the controversial questions on the internet. Enjoy. Is it pronounced GIF or JIF? And it says it right there in the icons. There's the peanut butter and then there's the GIF logo. It has to be GIF. This ain't no peanut butter and jelly. This is a GIF. Is this dress white and gold or blue and black? It is white and gold and I can prove it. So if we use the color picking tool, we can get a good sample of colors, and these do look kind of like blue, but that is because they are cool tones. We can see that the light is coming from over here, and it's behind the dress instead of in front of the dress, which means that it's not being illuminated properly, and that would give it cool tones, because it's more like dark, it's more shaded, but I can kind of see how you could see it as blue, right? That's a little bit harder to negotiate, but then is this supposed to be black? We can see that they're more like brownish tones, and gold is like a brown but cooler, basically. If anything, the dress is silver and brown, but there's no way that this is black. Sadly, 66% of the internet is colorblind. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Now, it doesn't really matter if we're talking about any egg or just the chicken egg, because if it's any egg, then obviously eggs were before chickens. But if it's what came first, the chicken or the chicken egg, it is still the egg, because eventually something had to have evolved enough to lay a mutated egg that was technically the first chicken egg. So I say the egg. Should a sandwich be cut diagonally or horizontally? It is diagonally. The diagonal cut gives you more sandwich. There's no way to explain it. It's just a fact. Plus, horizontal is just weird to eat. Is cereal a soup? On paper, yes, it is a soup. It is solids inside a liquid. You eat it in a bowl with a spoon. But think about this. Cereal is generally sweet. But how many soups do you know that are sweet? Cereal is a breakfast food, and soup is anything but a breakfast food. So on paper, yes, cereal is a soup. But realistically, it's not. Toilet paper over or under? When you use toilet paper underneath, it's hard to calculate how much you're getting. It's hard to get a good rip. It's just absolute madness. Over is the superior way. Pepsi or Coke? This is where I will get canceled. Neither. I just don't like the taste of soda. It just does not taste good. If I had to choose, I would say Coke just because all my family drinks it, but really, I just don't like sparkly water. The debate of the century, is pineapple on pizza good? I have not had pineapple pizza in a long time. It is definitely not going to be my first choice. If I were offered pineapple pizza, I would eat it to see how it tastes, because by now I've forgotten. But warm pineapple just does not sound like a good thing. But cold pizza just does not hit the same as warm pizza. And it's hard to have cold pineapple on warm pizza, but if the pineapple has to be warm, then I don't know, it's gross. So I'm gonna say no. Star Wars or Star Trek? I've never watched Star Trek, but I absolutely love Star Wars. I have to go with Star Wars on this one. Would a dog wear pants like this or like this? When you look at the first option, I assume that it's like a graph. Like it looks like it's saying like 30% of a dog is this. When I look at the second one, I can tell that it is pants. Just the second one looks more natural. Are hot dogs a sandwich? This is the same as the cereal being a soup one. On paper, yes, a hot dog is a sandwich, but realistically, no, nobody will classify it as a sandwich. Nobody's gonna say, one sandwich please, and expect a hot dog. Marvel or DC? If this question was asked during the Infinity War era, then I feel like everybody would have said Marvel. Marvel movies were at their peak. But now Marvel is just like pumping out random shows with characters that nobody really cares about. And I think I gotta give it to DC. DC also has cool superheroes, but Marvel is just putting out so much garbage, bro. It's awful. Should we get rid of daylight savings? Yes. Yes, we should. And 47% of people are certified dumb. No offense, though. Daylight savings just kind of messes everything up. Like, it's nice when you get an extra hour of sleep, but then you get jet lag without even moving anywhere. And the time zones are already confusing. You don't have to make it worse by adding the daylight savings. Daylight can save itself. Xbox or PlayStation? I am an Xbox person, and I strongly believe that Xbox has an edge over PlayStation. Now, I'm not saying that PlayStation is bad necessarily. It does have some pretty cool exclusives like the Spider-Man games. Now, Xbox has great consoles, but PlayStation also has that. But the place where Xbox wins is PC, because on every single Windows PC, you can install a bunch of Xbox games. And Windows is what most people use to play games anyways, so it's perfect to be able to install a bunch of games. Plus, if you have Game Pass, then you can get a bunch of PC games for free with just a little monthly subscription. So I think I gotta give it to Xbox. Are we living in a simulation? I really don't know on this one. I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna say no. Middle brownie piece or edge piece? This depends on the brownie. If the brownie's crusty on the outside and really crunchy, then you have to go for the middle piece because it's going to be nice and soft. But say that the brownie has the perfect amount of crunch on the sides, then you want to go for that edge piece because the crunch just elevates the brownie so much more. But I think generally middle piece is going to be a pretty safe bet. Is it sock, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe? How is this even a debate? If you do sock, shoe, you are a certified sociopath. You need to be locked away in prison for life. It has to be the second option. And 17% of these people are clinically insane. iPhone or Android? I personally have an iPhone myself, but I think the debate isn't as simple as that. I think that the iPhone UI is a little bit cleaner, but Android's cameras are so much better. But if you're rich and you're willing to buy all of Apple's products, like the MacBook, the Apple Watch, the iPhone, then it's definitely nice to have everything connected. I'm going to say iPhone on this one. Does a straw have one hole or two? The correct answer is one hole, two entrances. Take this piece of paper as an example. It only has one hole. You wouldn't say that this is two holes. So it's kind of the same for straw. You have one long thing and one hole poking through it. Now say that there wasn't an exit to the hole, it would be one hole and one entrance/exit. But for straw, it's two entrances and one hole. And last but not least, smooth or chunky peanut butter. Chunky all the way. 73% of people are just wrong. If you're making a smoothie, then smooth peanut butter is better. But apart from that, most things are better with chunky. Let's take a classic, the PB&J. Having the chunky peanut butter there just gives it an extra crunch, a little bit of oomph that you don't get with smooth peanut butter. Now that I've blessed this world with all the correct answers, I'm going to leave. Bye.